So I want to make sure if you're joining us that you also look on the YouTube page about other opportunities to connect, including after the service for our virtual coffee hour. Please see the links that are there. Please, if you're new, reach out and send us your emails so we can send you our weekly update that comes, that we call the Flame, and our monthly newsletter too. We are beginning to find ways to be together, and some of them are fantastic opportunities that are coming up just this week. So let me call a few to your attention. Immediately after service today, we are going to hold our first ever congregational meeting using Zoom. So all voting members of the congregation are invited to link into the meeting. You can find information about how to do that. You probably have an email about it. We're going to be voting on our mission vision statement, and we're going to be voting for a search committee and a search process, at least the beginnings of it, as we move forward on our call for a senior minister of this congregation, which for me seems very important. So I hope you'll join us on the call, this great experiment of ours. And thanks to all the people who are making it possible. I want to call your attention to a couple of things that are coming up this week. Again, on Mondays at 8 a.m., you have the opportunity to join again via Zoom with John Burens and Margot Campbell-Gross in a reflective spiritual practice. I joined them last week. I will join them again this week. It was beautiful and an amazing way to anchor the beginning of the week. So I invite you to join these two wise and grounded people in this hour at the start of your week. You can find information about that. And this Wednesday night, 6:30 to 8, and this Thursday from noon to 1:30 is our Ministers Book Group, which at this very end of Poetry Month is going to be Robert Lavett Smith, who's a member of the church and a published poet, and he's going to lead us through the shared reading of a bunch of his poems, a few of which I will send out to you in advance so you can sit with them and we can ask him questions. Bob is a love, so I invite you, if you love poetry, you will definitely enjoy Bob's poetry, and just join us, but you will have to email me in advance to let me know that you're going to be joining. So my email is on the church website. Feel free to look it up and join us 6:30 to 8 Wednesday and noon to 1:30 on Thursday. I wanted to give people an update on last week's offering. We raised the full $1,000 to match the $9,000 in various matching grants that was out there for our decarbonization project, which will finish some of our attempts to make this building more green, and to then learn how to replicate that process to share with other religious houses of worship. And the work has already gotten started. So thank you so much for that show of support for the project. In addition, I just want to let people know, if you haven't sent in your pledge, there's a button on the website to do so, and other places as well. Let us know what financial commitment you can make from July 1st of next year till June 30th. It is not binding. If your circumstances change, we absolutely want to know about it and understand, and that is not an issue. But we do need to know as we get ready to plan our budget for next year. And on that note, too, if you've made a pledge, since you're not here and many of you put your checks in the plate on Sunday, if you can just make a point to send those in so that we get up to date for the end of the year, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you for all that you have made possible. We just got another gift today for some of our COVID relief, so if you are someone in need, please let us know. We'd like to be able to show this congregation's support for you in this time. So again, it is lovely to see all of you. This concludes our morning announcements, and we will now center ourselves by doing, as we do most weeks, our meditation on breathing together. So the words are in your order of service if you don't already know it, and you probably can learn it just by listening too if you want to settle into the moment.